Wife of 15 years ends love and friendship by effing next door neighbor. True D-Day confession happened Thursday when my wife first tried to admit that she had been going to see the next door neighbor, the just a friend guy, and ended up kissing him once, and she felt so guilty. I didn't believe it. I knew from her actions and all the red flags that this affair started at least a month ago. She puked a couple of times and then finally fessed up to having sex, only that last time she went to his place. She has been to his apartment on at least 3 evenings. She showed me that they've only texted a few times. T-Mobile shows the truth to be nearly 1,000 times, with a couple 2, 3, 4 a.m. sessions that last about an hour. Yeah, S-ing. The first time is when she tried to sneak out at 2 a.m. to help him with a sick kid. About half an hour, maybe more maybe less, but that was my first real oh no moment. She met him first thing the next morning outside our door to walk dogs with him. The second time was to go visit with friends. She didn't say with whom or where, but I watched her walk into his place when she thought I wasn't looking. I walked to his apartment and all the lights were out. I knew it was real at that moment. I sat with my back against the wall of his bedroom. About an hour and a half later or so, she tried to sneak out his back door to hide her whereabouts. She saw me sitting in the grass and had the deer in the headlights look of panic, guilt, and such. She had the nerve to sit next to me, but all I could smell was him and SX. She denied it and said there were other people there. No, there weren't. I had heavy thoughts of ending it all that night. Heavy. I even tempted myself with 3 different methods. But thankfully that was temporary. The third and final time I know of is the only time she admitted to SX with him. It was the night after we discussed divorce. I had just thanked her for something and was being sweet. I was hoping I was wrong and all of this really was just as she said. I knew better, but I loved my wife with all my heart, and she was my best friend for 15 years. I wanted to believe her, then I did something stupid. The AP was out of the area and she and I started having seemingly unguarded, vulnerable conversations about our relationship problems in the past, her current issues with what she perceives as bad with us, etc. She pushed all the right buttons to convince me she had never ever, even once, had sex with him, but did admit she was attracted to him. I told that if that was true, I wanted at least one good weekend with her, SX and all. But I wouldn't dare if she had already cheated on me with him. She was so ducking convincing. Tears, hugs, vulnerable talk and all. So we did. I even helped her pick out a new vibrator. I'm so stupid and naive. She did lie. She did cheat. She had sex with him more than the one time. When you know, you know. So many songs and poems have been written on this very subject. I know I'm not alone in this, but what I know is fresh and cannot be unknown now. Like many of you, I struggle with this every single moment of every single day and night. When I'm awake, I imagine them together, hear what they say about me. The self-deprecating thoughts of how she finds SX far more satisfying with him than it ever was with me. And when I sleep, the nightmares come. Often they are worse than when I'm awake. If I do have a moment of peaceful sleep, I wake up after only a few minutes and I realize that this is still real and all the air escapes me and I cannot breathe. We had just decided in March to really make an effort to be a better husband and wife and parents to our daughter. I worked my butt off to show my best self, opened myself vulnerably to her, and at first, so did she. But she met the fat, ugly dog guy next door and did a swift 180 on me. I was shocked. That was a month ago. She said the standard "he's just a friend" thing. She then told me she wanted me to move out because she wanted to be her own self for a while. I didn't understand because I hadn't done anything wrong that I was aware of. I've been the best husband I could ever be. But it was actually because of the sexual affair. I can't process this. I'm leaving to visit with family in Florida for 3 weeks to remove myself from the equation. Maybe get a better perspective on things. I don't know. I can't even look at her now. I don't know how to deal with loving her so deeply for 15 years and now feeling severe hatred, anger and disgust toward her in such a short time frame. I loved you with all my heart. You were my best friend. This is why you should never forgive cheaters, because they will never stop doing it again. Bro, I'm sorry for you. Take the time you need to heal. As many others, I have been through it too. Just remember, this usually happens because there's something wrong in the cheater. Don't let your mind trick you into thinking thoughts like, what did I do wrong? That's a road we should never go on. I am angry for you. I want revenge. But I understand that's not how life works. Reset and recover. Good luck to you. This is a truly terrible situation, and I'm sorry to hear that you're going through it. Things won't be fun for a while, to put it mildly. But that won't last forever, I promise. I know the feeling of being where you are after disclosure. You're mentally just barely holding things together. But that's not forever. Be kind to yourself. Allow yourself time, and it could be months, to process this. Normalcy will eventually return for your thoughts, I promise. It will first happen in flashes, and then for longer and longer. You will feel like yourself again someday soon. With full custody of your daughter, there will be very little reason to have any communication with your ex at all. For your own mental health, cut her off and go no contact. This is not someone who is your friend anymore. Anyone who is your friend would never willingly put you through this, let alone someone claiming to love you. Relationships take two, yes, but don't come down too hard on yourself. The problem isn't you. The problem is her. Remove the problem from your life, my man. Hang in there. This stuff passes, in time. Tell friends and family about what she did and why you divorced her before she starts to tell her own story and tells everyone what a terrible husband you were. Don't think that she wouldn't do that. You also thought that she wouldn't start an affair. Learn from your mistakes. In addition, please go to a doctor and get tested for STDs. She can move unless you want to be rid of their relationship, because it will continue. Let her have him, and just know it now doesn't matter. She has a new bed, so let her lie in it. Wow, she's giving up custody of her child? Why not stay permanently in Florida? Your ex will be spiraling further from this moment. Sounds like you have a great family down there. Surround yourself with them. Any reason you must stay where you're at? Get as far away from her and as close to loving support as you can. The person who can abandon their spouse and child has severe issues in life that they think they can only cure by changing all external factors without recognizing how broken they are on the inside, and can never find that happiness that they seek. Let her spiral as far away from your child as possible. The only thing worse than being married to a cheater for 15 years is being married to a cheater for 15 years in one day. Take care of yourself, OP. Come up with a plan and don't fall for her love bombing again. It only brings heartache, as you've already seen. Start writing down your thoughts. Write out every sordid detail. When you feel yourself wavering, reread your words. We all have the tendency not to remember how awful it was, so writing it out will be what you need to combat that. Good luck. I suggest not leaving to go see family. Hold your ground and make her leave. Start divorce process now. And above all, save what proof you have. Your wife acted in a way unforgivable. Selfish to her core, and decided sex was more important than her family, far more important than her children. My heart is broken for you. I'm sorry you are hurting. Tough times don't last, tough people do. You need to hold on tight, BC, it's going to be a ride. I'm so sorry. This is the worst feeling in the world, I know. You're doing the right thing in moving on. It doesn't sound as though she cares what she has done. Years ago, I almost lost my wife due to my EA, and I cared nothing for the woman. I never realized what I had done, or how badly I had hurt her. I have not strayed again. When I found out that she had cheated, I finally understood the depth of pain and anguish she experienced, only she went much further. My WW has done most everything right, since I found out, but I now know what it means when everyone says nothing will ever be the same. 2 years out, I still have the Mind movies on rerun, and it's really difficult, and she wanted to reconcile. I guess I said all of this to say that you are doing the right thing, the only thing you can do. Work on yourself, get counseling if you can, it will really help. I would normally say for you not to move out, but with it just being an apartment and the affair partner being right there, find another place to live in the area. Get a lawyer and file, under no circumstances settle for any less than 50-50 custody. Don't move out of the house. Greyrock her while you're living together. Divorce her aggressively. But don't move out.